Hey Nash, what should we make?
Let's make our version of our friend Chef Brian's Bulgogi Tacos that he beat Bobby Flay with.
All right, let's make Chef Brian Tsao's Korean Bulgogi Beef Tacos. Welcome back to Chaos Kitchen, where we like to make famous recipes and see if they're worth making at home. Today's a little special because we're gonna make something from a chef that we really love, Chef Brian Tsao. He was on an episode of Beat Bobby Flay a while back and he actually won. So today, we're gonna make the dish that he beat Bobby Flay with.
Get the f out of here. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Korean Bulgogi Beef Tacos. It looks delicious. I'm really excited to make it and to try it. And hey, without further ado, let's go. So we start by making our bulgogi marinade. I'm gonna follow Chef Brian Tsao's recipe. So we start by rough chopping a couple of onions. And then you'd wanna do some Asian pears, but I couldn't find any Asian pears, so in a pinch, gala apples should suffice. Then we take out our food processor, or at least the container part, whatever it's called. We throw in our apples and our onions, 12 cloves of garlic, peeled and the root end cut off, 1.5 cups soy sauce, 1 cup of red wine, 1/4 cup of sesame oil, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of grated or minced ginger, a couple of tablespoons of gochujang. Messy. Then it says 1 pineapple chopped up into cubes. I don't have a pineapple, but I do have a can of pineapple cubes because I needed pineapple for something and I had to buy a whole case. Don't ask me questions, I don't know. So we'll throw in our pineapple chunks here. Hopefully this isn't too much for this guy. Then we put this guy on the base, put in our little stir deal, lock that guy in place, and then we blend. Then once you have a smooth-ish sauce, we can go ahead and throw a lid on that and set it aside until we need it. Then you want to take out a ribeye or two, depending on how much you're trying to make. I put this guy in the freezer for about 15 minutes, just so this cutting process should get a lot easier. Then we want to cut really thin strips. The thinner you can get them, the better. I'm not the best at this. And then when your hand is numb from the cold meat and you have a nice pile, then we get a bowl or a Ziploc bag will suffice. And we put all our meat into there.
That's what she said.
Then you pour the marinade over your beef. Probably way too much marinade for that much beef, but oh well. And then if it's a bag, we want to zip it up. If it's a bowl, you just want to cover it with some plastic wrap or a cover. Get all the air out. Make sure all of your little meats are covered and not sticking together so they all get the benefit of that marinade. Then you want to leave this out and let it marinate for at least 10 minutes, or better yet, throw it in the fridge for a few hours up to overnight. So that's what we're about to do. So while our meat's marinating, we got to make our taco shells. So Chef Brian Tsao makes his with these guys, wonton wrappers. Now in the recipe, it says circle wonton wrappers. I don't know if that means like dumpling wrappers. All they had at the 2 stores I went to were wonton wrappers and egg roll wrappers, which are kind of the same thing, but a lot bigger, like way too big. So we got to deep fry these, but make them into like a taco shell kind of deal. So I got this on Amazon, and let's hope it works. But let's put our guy here. I think this little orientation makes the most sense. Little triangle deal instead of like a weird, folded square. So then I guess we just sort of clamp this down, and then you could use a pot or a pan, whatever you want, with some neutral oil with a real high smoke point for deep frying. But we're just gonna use our little deep fryer guy here. I was trying a few of these out, so we got a little bit of debris in there. Don't pay attention to that. So anyways, we're gonna take this guy, we're just gonna lay him down in there. We got our oil at 375. Oh yeah, nice little bubbly. Bubbly, bubbly. Once your guy's a nice golden brown, let me go ahead and put him over on some sort of a wire rack or a paper towel deal so that he can drain. And then we just wash, rinse, and repeat. So then we want to take a few green onions, cut off the white parts, cut off the tips, and then we want to take these guys and cut them on like a serious bias. And this is for our scallion slaw. And you want these guys to kind of look like grass, basically. So then we're going to collect all these guys, put them in like a little sieve of some sort. No scallions left behind. And then we just want to get some ice water and just put these guys in ice water and soak them for a few minutes. Then we take out a bowl. We add all our little julienne scallions to the bowl. And to this bowl, we add a half a cup of rice wine vinegar, a quarter cup castor sugar. I don't know what that is, so I'm just using brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of gochugaru or Korean chili flakes, and 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame oil. And then we get that all stirred up, and then we throw that in the fridge until it's time to use. So then we take our bulgogi beef. I drained it and patted it dry. The drier it is, the better. You're gonna get a little bit of a crust on there, a little bit of char, and that's what we want. Don't worry, the marinade's done its job. Then in some sort of a pan, you can use a wok or a non-stick if you want. I got this cast iron just because it's here. Turn that onto medium to medium high heat. Add a little bit of oil. And then once your pan's nice and hot, we go ahead and we add our beef. And depending on how much beef you cut up, you might want to cook it in batches. Then you just want to get this stirred around, try and separate it. Add all of it now. And as soon as your beef is nice and cooked, you got a little bit of char, a little bit of crust. Most of your liquid's all gone. Take a little piece, taste it. The marinade did both of its jobs. It's freaking delicious and also super tender. Then we just go ahead and remove our beef and place it somewhere where it can drain. All right, with everything prepared, we get out our little wonton taco wrapper thingies. Not perfect, but you know, they look pretty good. And then we want to get out a little bit of kimchi. You could make your own, you could buy it from the store. I have this stuff that I got from Amazon. It seems to be pretty good as far as like store-bought stuff goes. So then we want to just sort of lay down a little kimchi bed on each of our guys. As far as how that bed looks or how thick that mattress is on that bed, it's all up to you. It depends on how much you like kimchi, I guess. And then we put down some of our beef into each of our little guys, and I feel like Brian's tacos were somehow bigger.
That's what she said.
I feel like we made these little kind of amuse-bouche versions, so these are like our little like 2-bite tacos, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a 2-bite taco. Then we take a little bit of our scallion slaw here. I don't think I did it correctly because maybe I didn't dice enough scallions, but I feel like I have more gochugaru particulates than scallions, and I don't think that's how it's supposed to go, but I'm also not really concerned because I feel like it's going to be delicious. And then I feel like this calls for a little bit of extra scallion here. I don't know why all my food ends up being guys. I'm not trying to be sexist. It just, these are the words that come from my brain to my mouth and I don't think before I say them. Then I feel like we add just a little bit of toasted sesames to each of these guys. And there we have Chef Brian Tsao's bulgogi beef tacos. And it's time for a bite. Cheers. This is an amazing fusion taco. It's a taco, but it's also very Korean and bulgogi, so we got this Mexican Korean fusion going on. It's freaking delicious. The meat is tender. It's got a ton of flavor. It hits the sweet, savory, sour, umami. It hits all the flavor notes. It's delicious. You get the funk from the kimchi, the crunch from that wonton taco shell. It's phenomenal. I have no notes. If this dish didn't beat Bobby Flay, then that would be a robbery. I would absolutely make it again, 100% out of 10. And that's what I think, but hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I was just thinking I could probably beat Bobby Flay, but if not, I'd just bite him.
Well, check it out. We made our buddy Chef Brian Tsao's bulgogi beef tacos. And of course we made a dog-friendly version just for you, so here you go. What do you think?
Well, dang, if I was wearing a hat, I would tip it to Chef Brian for an amazing dish.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Whatever you do, always give 100%, unless you're donating blood.
Nash approves, I approve. Another great dish. Not surprised, Chef Brian Tsao. Great job. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you all. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second, go like, share, subscribe, hype, hit the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. Go help us out. Help us reach a bigger audience. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments. And hey, if you like this video, go check out some more other cool videos somewhere over here. And just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, be good and peace.